What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. So this is my final reminder for you guys, the 9-inch Sacrafice. This is the last bit of chance for you guys to take a look at this and jump in on it. This is the thing that I'm most excited about on Pulse Chain. If you're watching this on YouTube, you have about 24 hours remaining to make the Sacrafice. If you're watching this and you're one of my Patreons, you have a little bit longer, about 36 hours, since you're watching this 12 hours or so earlier than the people on YouTube. So I'm going to go over just some details about how much more can this thing grow, how has it been doing since my last video on it, and I'll give you some details on what it all does in case you guys are sort of brand new to this and you need a refresher on what 9-inch is. So first of all, let's just do some comparisons to where it is now compared to where it was before when I made my video. So this video I made about hype for 9-inch DEX Pulse Chain about 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago, depending on when you're watching this. So we're going to take a look at all three of the chains and how much it's grown in the past 4 or 5 days. So 4 days ago, there's about 18 billion pulse deposited in the Sacrafice address here on 9-inch, the Sacrafice address right here. So this is the video, 18 billion pulse deposited, and we can see that that's grown to 21 billion pulse. So that's probably where the majority of the funds are coming from. 21 billion, about 3, that's 18, 19, 20, 21. It's about 3 billion pulse added to the smart contract, or added to the Sacrafice address, which is approximately $327,000 depending on the price of pulse at the launch of this thing. So not too shabby right there. Again, that's where the majority of the funds are coming from, I believe, from the math that I'm doing right here. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other chains as well. Now, this does not include the other stuff that you can deposit. So if I scroll down here and I show you guys, you can deposit PulseX, Hex, Incentive, Hedron, and all these other tokens as well. I'm not going to include those, but that's going to be more than what you're seeing right here. So next we can take a look at the Ethereum balance. So right now we're at 445 Ethereum with $1,136,000 of other tokens as well sent to the Sacrafice address for 9-inch. Now if we take a look at my video, I got to scroll ahead here a little bit where we're looking at Ethereum, which is going to be about right here, and we're at 431 ETH. So it looks like about 100,000, give or take, extra funds have been deposited on the Ethereum chain, and the Binance Smart Chain, which I think is the least popular one, currently sitting at 275,000, or sorry, 275 BNB with $111,000 of other tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. Well, we take a look at the last time we looked at this. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. If we scroll ahead here to the Binance Smart Chain, which is about, see if I can find it on my video right here. There it is. So about 259 BNB. So again, not too big of an increase on Binance Smart Chain, but nonetheless, still a pretty good increase in the past 4 days. Now, is that really significant? Is that going to tell us how much is going to be sacrificed overall? Because that's what I'm really interested in. If you get tons and tons of funds deposited on this from many, many different addresses, that means there's going to be a lot of hype for the farms, and that's the piece that I'm focusing in on with 9-inch. All those numbers that we just took a look at is sort of insignificant. What matters is the fact that if those numbers are very large, then people are probably interested in doing a lot of farming and staking over here. I don't really foresee people being super excited to get their 9-inch tokens and immediately dump them. This is a platform that is geared towards yield farming, so I'm excited to see kind of the liquidity pools that are formed once this thing goes live. So that's the big kicker here, and with about 24 hours or so left, you have to realize that a lot of times with these type of Sacrafice things, I mean, we saw it happen with Pulse Chain, we saw it happen even with Hex, with the amplification adapter, whatever they called it, at the beginning of Hex. Oftentimes you see a huge deposit like on day one, and then at the very last second you see again a huge deposit. So I think that when the countdown gets very close to 0, that's when you might have your kind of reverse snipers do some big deposits in there, and where you're going to see these balances rise the most. So I'm looking forward to that in the next day or so. Now, unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be around the internet for the next 5 days, so I'm not going to know it. You guys are going to know this before I do as far as the total Sacrafice amount, but look forward to, once this thing does launch in the next couple days, doing like looking at going and claiming your tokens and looking at the farms that are there and capitalize on those farms. Use your 9-inch token if that is your strategy, and get that APY ASAP. All right, so the last thing I want to kind of sum up with you guys here is if you guys don't really know too much about 9-inch, definitely read the documents. Their documents are, I mean, the Pulse Chain documents have been very forthcoming and in depth with what these things do overall. But the main thing that, again, King of Fomo was focusing in on is the staking and the farming. Getting yield on Pulse Chain is what I'm doing right now, as I'm seeing lots and lots of projects really pop up on the back end. That's sort of been what I've been looking for to see, foreseeing if Pulse Chain is going to succeed in the long run. Is Pulse Chain getting developers making apps, and is it getting users using those apps? And so far, the answer to that question is yes. So as long as right now I'm positioning myself to get as much yield, get as much PLS as possible, so that if we are, getting into the next bull run here, crypto's doing pretty good over the past couple days. If we continue to go in this positive direction over the next couple months, then we can see some massive returns, not only on Pulse, but on the yield that you're making in Pulse as well. So check out 9-inch. Again, this is my last video I'm going to do on it before this thing launches. And the next time you see me, I'm going to be doing some farms on here, and hopefully this thing will turn out well. Now, again, full disclosure here, guys, sometimes I get all moon boy talky on this channel, but you do have to realize that there's definitely risk still involved with this. I'm not dumping my entire life savings into anything on Pulse Chain, because all this stuff can fail astronomically, and so you can have other stuff that's better come out later. And the reason why I'm most excited about 9-inch compared to the other projects that I've seen so far is because I think that this can be a real competitor to Pulse X. And everything else that's been launching on the system has been sort of fun, but I don't see the longevity in a lot of this stuff. With 9-inch, there's definitely a chance for longevity. You saw, I mean, you can have competing decentralized exchanges on a chain do really well. On Ethereum, you have Uniswap, you have 1inch, you have Sushi Swap, and you have a few others as well that do fine, and you can do yield farming and liquidity pooling and all that stuff there. So, I think that gives 9-inch even a better chance to succeed in the long run. It doesn't have to beat Pulse X, but it could, and even if it doesn't, it can still do really well with the token and with the farming. Alright guys, that is everything for today's. If you guys haven't sacrificed yet, you can just, I would recommend using the referral link. I usually don't shill referral links, but the reason why I'm telling you is because you will get a 10% bonus if you use a referral link. I've been in the position before where that's been the case, and I don't click on a referral link and I miss out on that 10%. So definitely get that 10%. And then make your decision first before you do a sacrifice. Of course, if this is not for you, you don't have to do everything. Everything that I've talked about in Pulse Chain, I haven't jumped into everything yet because I'm not super jazzed about everything. If this thing jazzes you, then jump in. If not, then wait for the next thing. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other opportunities in Pulse Chain as well. That is everything for today, guys. Catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're not a Patreon member, consider becoming a Patreon member to get access to my videos earlier than everyone else here on YouTube, as well as access to my Discord channel where we talk about some of this stuff before I make videos about it. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.